drive things off the wall.
That's us, man. 24/7.
You should expect the unexpected. I mean,
Make it known that this is all about being 100% authentic.
We are live now.
So with that being said, let's jump right in.
So it is. It's not necessarily football season just
No,
yet,
it is
right?
no,
because the
it's not.
NFL schedules was released.
Well, actually,
Yes.
it was released tonight. So
It was-
Okay, so
They've already been released. My Steelers got the second toughest schedule in the NFL. So I'm
sucks for y'all.
so excited. Nope. Because every time we got tough schedules, we always do great.
Did y'all have a tough
really?
schedule last season?
Nope, we did not.
I mean, y'all did really well though last year.
We did really well last year, but we did not have a tough schedule. I think the last time we had one of the toughest, if not the toughest schedule, we won a Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, I think my 49ers are going to be a contender next year. So
Not gonna happen.
sorry for you.
Y'all
I
passed
think we got an A+.
Y'all passed
Yeah.
on Justin Fields. That's
We
embarrassing.
did. Now that was,
That's
maybe they know something I don't know. I would have preferred to have Justin Fields.
Y'all got Trey
But
Lance, right?
everybody
We
played.
got Trey Lance. Yeah.
I think
So.
I think Justin Fields is going to be the 2021 Lamar Jackson. I think that dude's going to come out this year and have a chip on his shoulder with something to prove. Like, y'all picked so many other people ahead of me. And what I think is crazy, wasn't he ranked like the second best quarterback coming out of high school, basically all through college, behind Trevor Lawrence?
Hmm.
And then he ends up being the fifth quarterback taken?
Yeah.
They took Mac Jones.
It took a
before
while.
him.
It took a while
They
for him to get drafted.
No, Mac Jones went after him, right?
I
Yeah,
don't
to the
know.
Patriots.
Mac Jones would go after him. Yes,
To the Patriots,
So-
right?
correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I was reading something the other day. It was in terms of like IQ, right? And for quarterbacks,
Right.
Okay.
And they said previously Mahomes had the highest IQ of 110.
Right.
They said Justin Fields scored 130.
I mean, look, I really feel like he is going to make a lot of people wish they're going to look back at this draft and they're gonna be like, wow,
Yeah.
we
You
dropped
think
the
so?
ball.
I think he's gonna be a
I
force
do.
to be reckoned with.
I
Now
do.
whether he's surrounded around enough talent, I don't know.
So,
Because he's going to Chicago.
right. But see, here's the thing, right? Trey Lance has played two. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I've never even seen the brother play.
Right.
I've seen Justin Fields play. I've seen Trevor Lawrence play. I've never seen
They-
Zach
I mean,
Wilson play
They've been 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is
forever.
their whole career.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think what I think is the funniest is that you took Trey Lance
Right.
over Justin Fields. You took Zach Wilson over Justin Fields. Those two guys played. Zach Wilson had inferior competition that he was playing against basically his entire career at BYU,
Mm-hmm.
but you said he was better. You took Trey Lance. He played what, 2 games?
2 games, yeah.
And you take him over a proven champion.
Listen, I don't.
Well, I think they're back. They're out is the fact that Justin Fields apparently didn't fit what it is that they were trying to do.
So let's talk about fit real quick.
Sure.
Let's talk about that before we,
Yeah.
because we hear that all the time. What is a fit for a team? That's why we don't take this guy, right?
Right.
I am not, and I'm saying this with every bit of caution.
Okay.
I am not a fan of Collin Kaepernick as a quarterback.
All right.
All right. Now, I do believe he's talented.
Dude was a beast, though.
No, I'm not saying he's not. I do believe it. I believe if we look at, he was a beast. Russell Wilson was a beast. But if you look at Russell Wilson now, his talent level has not dropped, but the element of surprise factor somewhat gone.
Okay.
So
Right.
his effectiveness.
Right. They know he's gonna run.
You know
right?
what it is. You know what it is with him. So teams can now game plan for Russell Wilson.
There's enough feel for on
And
him.
he is not as explosive. He's not a bum by any means. He is an NFL caliber starter. He's
Right.
not as explosive and impactful of a quarterback as he once was in those first years, just like Colin Kaepernick, right?
Right.
So the question I have, because we see that the Holy One has made his way back into the NFL in a new position that they told him he should have took from the beginning. Do you all feel like Colin Kaepernick take the blackball out of it, because he's definitely getting blackball. He's getting jerked over. Take that out of it. Do you feel like talent-wise, he is a NFL caliber starter at quarterback?
Kaepernick?
Yeah, right now.
Right now? No.
When you say right now, you meant at the time when he left the league?
No, you like if he was to come through right now, right?
Even because my argument is, honestly, even when he left the league, he was a starter, but with everything else he had going on, you got to kind of look at it. I look at it from a business perspective, right?
He had a great season, though. He had a really good season.
He had a phenomenal season.
That last year, he had a good. He didn't have as many weapons around him as he had in the previous year,
right? But he was running for his life the whole time. So now teams can game plan for him, right? He's not a Lamar Jackson type fast, right? We can agree that he's not a Patrick Mahomes shifty, elusive.
But he was.
No, I'm saying not. He wasn't.
He was making dudes miss
because they didn't know about him. You see what I'm saying? There was that element of he's new.
Okay.
The film's out there.
Okay.
Now. So now guys, think about it. Patrick Mahomes been in the league for how long?
I don't know how long. He's been a starter for what, 3 years now?
The point I'm trying to yeah.
I would say, let's say 3 for the sake of it.
Point I'm trying to illustrate is it doesn't matter how much you game plan for Mahomes, he still can impact the game every game. Like there's no change for that. You can't game plan and say, look, we're taking Pat Mahomes out of the game. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta hope that your defense plays a lights out, balls to the wall game like Tampa Bay did in the Super Bowl.
All right. Okay.
In an effort to do that. What I'm asking is, even when he was at his peak, do you honestly feel like look at it from a business perspective, do you honestly feel like all of what he brought outside of the game was worth it for a team where he may or may not win you a championship?
We talking about Tebow, or we talking about?
We know Tebow's not a quarterback.
Are we talking about Cap?
Yeah, Cap.
See, I think the question is, though, at least give him a shot, though.
I don't disagree to it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm giving you a shot to do what? Be a backup?
No, I mean, I'm giving me a chance to start.
Right. I give you a chance to start.
Right.
But what are you bringing with all of that? That's the thing.
Well, I mean, I will say this. I think he would have been better than a lot of these quarterbacks that were in the league this past season.
I don't disagree to that. But think about all of what he brings with him as a business owner.
Okay.
As a business owner.
Yep.
Am I picking you up and your drama, and you may or may not get me to the promised land? I need a guarantee. I need a guarantee you're gonna get me there.
I mean, but there are no guarantees, right?
There are no guarantees. But with everything, no matter what, Cap brings a circus with him, right? A very reasonable and understandable circus. It needs the attention it's getting.
Okay.
Right. I've said this before. I mean, I've said it to you guys way before the show, before we even started this thing. I prayed he never played another down, because I feel like he could be so much more powerful off the field using his voice with no one to tell him, don't say this or we're going to fine you. Don't do this or we're going to suspend you. I feel like he has so much more power outside of the league than he does in the league. That's just me.
I mean, I agree with that.
And I would have loved to have seen him take this opportunity as a thing to kind of just run with it and blow up the system, because
Yeah.
he still can, even to this day. If Colin Kaepernick goes out right now and decides he wants to be the next Huey Newton, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, he has a really strong following of people who are going to support him in the league, not in the league, entertainers, you know, and I feel like he would be the guy to do it.
All right.
But what I'm saying is, as an NFL owner, not as a black man, but as an NFL owner,
right,
do you want all of that? And realizing that you may or may not have a championship caliber quarterback here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. But the
problem with that is that you don't know, though, because you're not even giving him an opportunity to even show what he has left in the tank.
All right. So I give him a shot. He makes my team.
Thing. I mean, it's one thing if you give him a shot and then you don't want to take that heat, because
he's gonna make a team. And I think that's the thing. Like, we can't argue. He would make any team in the league. Any team would be dumb not to sign this guy, because
they haven't signed him.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like because of everything else he has with him, his talent does not overshadow that. AB got another shot. Why? Because his talent. What's the fella that couldn't get right out there in,
you talk about
Alden Smith?
Alden Smith.
Yeah, that's Crystal Smith.
Yeah.
He couldn't get right.
X-49.
Right. Couldn't get right.
He balled when he was in San Fran too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when guys are balling out, the league tends to turn a blind eye to all they offer.
I think it's because Cap's biggest thing was they'll accept and take somebody who's had domestic violence or some accusation of some sexual against them. Now, when you start talking about race and you got racist owners in the league,
Malcolm Jenkins.
But that's the thing that I don't understand, Derek. Like, this was talking about race and brutality and things like that was happening. But like you said, you got known women beaters that were not anymore. But, you know, people who was on substance abuse, people who've been talked about or be accused of some type of domestic violence. You got everybody else committing all type of crimes and things like that, or alleged crimes. And before they're kicked out of the league, they're on the non-exempt list until a further investigation. The thing about Kaepernick, though, was
he didn't break no laws.
He was basically just calling out injustice.
Right.
And he got blackballed for it.
Because he's messing with the money. Let's call a spade a spade. He's messing with the money. And these owners, as much as they care about preserving their power, that preservation comes with that dollar behind it. They know that. We know that. So he's messing with the money. He's messing with the money because nobody cares about these goofy fans talking about, I'm gonna stop watching the NFL. You're not really making them any money. It's these major companies that are like, that might be a little bit too radical for us.
I mean, I think it's partially that, but I think it was because the message was hijacked from the person who had the biggest megaphone at the time, which was the president, and biggest megaphone and biggest influence at the time.
And the funny part is that
ex-president.
Yeah, the funny part is that dude can't even say nothing to nobody right now.
It's not looking good for him or Rudy.
Nah, man, they shut him all down. But that's what I'm saying. I guess the way this is what I'm thinking about. Like, now, being socially aware of Black issues, the NFL is trying to jump on that wagon, right? And some people gave him a little bit of heat, like, yo, you doing all this, but it's still pointless because Cap don't got a job.
Right.
We all know that they could go ahead and say, look, yo, get this man a job on any team. We know that, the commissioner has the ability to say that, to do that. But the issue then becomes, and then what?
Okay.
So I know a lot of this came from, there was a lot of people talking and saying, hey, how come Tim Tebow gets a job back in the league and Cap, has it? You know what I mean? Right. You feel some type of way about it?
Well, I said people, but I
people
can't
feel
blame people for feeling like that.
Of course
Yeah.
not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my man Devin Bush for the Steelers. He got a chip on his shoulder a little bit because he's taking up that plight. He's like, yo, y'all gonna give this man a job, but not give Cap a job? Wait till
Well,
we
all
play.
right.
Wait till we play
let's
Jacksonville.
let's talk about that too, real quick, and clarify a couple of things because I don't think that he actually is on the team yet.
He is.
So
He signed a 1 year contract. He signed a 1 year contract.
Oh, so he did sign a 1 year, so it is official now.
Yeah, he signed a 1 year contract.
Mm.
But and again, let's go ahead and put this out here.
And dude sucked.
He sucked
as a quarterback.
As a quarterback. But from day one, didn't they tell? Wasn't all of the pundits, all of the analysts, all the sports pros, the people who knew, what did they say? Tebow needs to switch over and play tight end or play some other position where he can let his athleticism shine because his release, his windup is too big. He's not that great of a quarterback. He's not going to last. What happened? He's now going over to tight end at 33 years old.
Wasn't he an analyst?
Yep.
No, well, he was an analyst, but he also was on the New York Mets minor league team.
He was because he played down here because I think it's their, I don't know if it's their single A or their double A team plays here in Columbia, the Fireflies. He played down here, man. That was a big deal, man. Everybody had the Tebow 15 jerseys for the Fireflies. Actually, I think I got to see him play once down here, play baseball, and he wasn't that good at baseball.
Right.
But so here's the thing now. So at 33 years old, he worked out. Urban Meyer, whether you could say they got a relationship or whatever, it doesn't matter. He works out.
Yeah.
He gets the job.
Yeah.
If Cap switched over to tight end,
right,
it's hard to say, all right, what's your reasoning now? Because clearly he's going to be a physical specimen at that position because he's taller than everybody. He's going to be able to out jump and he can he poses right. He can run. He poses a different threat for you because when he's lined up on the field, you know he has the potential to throw the ball. There's so many things that he could do.
Right.
But Cap don't want that. Cap wants to start at quarterback. You are going to be the face of my franchise. You're going to be the leader.
I kind of get that though. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me.
Cap took a team to the Super Bowl though.
So I am not
Super Bowl and NFC Championship. What 3 times?
Yeah. Well,
twice. He only did twice. He only did it twice.
And it was. I don't think it was back-to-back years, but it was close. It's probably in a 3-year span.
Let me ask you: did Russell Wilson do the same thing?
Of course.
He did.
Right around the same time too, right? Within that same early phase.
Yeah, they were dominant, both of them.
Now,
what's your point?
Let's look at Russell Wilson now, where he is now.
Okay.
A good starter. He is a good starter.
Right.
Russell Wilson is also the most clean-cut, one of the most clean-cut quarterbacks in the league.
Okay.
Squeaky clean.
Cap is the exact opposite of that, right? Russell Wilson is not really like,
when you say clean cut, are you talking about outward appearance, or are you talking about
I'm talking about all of it. His appearance, he is what how people talk about Bruno Mars. He is racially acceptable because of his appearance.
Who? Russell Wilson?
Yeah. Because he's a lighter skinned black man. Right? He doesn't have any of the he doesn't have any of the
it's the hair.
It probably. Look, seriously, and
I was gonna say because Cap is, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not making
Cap
it up.
is mixed, ain't he?
He is. Cap is mixed, but Cap comes off. He got the tattoos, he's got the afro, he's done the braids, Cap is more hip hop. Russell Wilson is way more pop. Let's not act like it isn't, right?
Yeah.
So y'all never.
No. You said Russell is pop.
Yeah.
Nah, Russell's gospel. Russell's gospel.
Ah, terrible.
Yo, he's a contemporary gospel. He's a contemporary. He's not even black church gospel. He's contemporary.
Right.
All right. Well, to your point,
the point is, Cap is going to bring a whole different appearance and level of off the field contention
But you
to a
know
team.
what? But you know what? He's going to also bring a lot of support from the biggest consumers in American history.
Yeah, this is true.
Are we the biggest NFL consumers?
We can be.
We can be, but we're not. Let's be. I'm for real.
Listen. We jump behind Nike.
Listen again. Stop. Do the numbers on that.
I mean, I know a jersey don't cost as much as a ticket, or
we don't support the NFL. We don't support the NFL in the financial capacity,
right?
The way that the people that don't like how and what he's doing do.
Right. Season ticket holders,
the season ticket holders,
right?
The people who really push them numbers up. Yeah, we watch the games on TV,
but
that's it. We watch the games on TV. We catch a ticket when we can afford it. Look at the stands of an NFL stadium, any NFL stadium. We do not, except for Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. That's Southern chocolate.
That's Chocolate City. Chocolate City. We don't populate the stands in massive numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we might have a jersey, but I still got a Jerome Bettis jersey, man. About to be out here buying those new jerseys. Things is expensive.
Yeah, that's
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to illustrate is Cap is a great player.
Yep.
He probably could win some people some games.
Okay.
What I'm asking you is, does his talent overshadow his off the field? His off the field persona? Because right now his persona is bigger than football.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm asking.
I think it could be. Like, I think if he came, they would want him to not say anything. Right? Like, if you could come and just play football, you know what I mean? And that's it. If he could have guaranteed them that, I think he would have been back in the league.
And for that reason, why I would never want him to play another football game. Because then that just defeats your whole purpose.
Yeah, right. That
defeats the whole purpose of his whole stance. His entire platform was to speak out against things. And if I have to not speak out just to be able to play the game,
right.
Just don't play, man.
See, what's the use? That's not.
Yeah. It's like,
don't waste nobody's time.
Yeah. But again, y'all still haven't answered me. Does his talent overshadow his offense? Does it? Not could it? Does it?
Nah, I would say no.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, let's call it for what it is. I mean, if he was Aaron Rodgers-esque, he would be back in the league. They would turn the blind eye of that.
Exactly.
We know that, but that doesn't make it right, though.
It doesn't. It makes it horrible. But I think that's the one thing that I get a little conflicted about.
Wait, hold on now. You said Aaron Rodgers-esque, right? Aaron Rodgers went to what? How many Super Bowls?
2.
The point is, Aaron Rodgers can put a team on his back and win a game.
I mean, I think when Cap was in the league, Cap proved that, you know what I'm saying? Like he was taking them there. Again, Super Bowl, NFC Championship, multiple times.
Honestly, feel like the gamble was made to not pick him up because the expectation of what was going to happen, like his effectiveness was going to, every quarterback's effectiveness dwindles except for the greats. The Aaron Rodgers.
The ones that don't get hit, the ones that stay in the pocket.
Even the ones who get hit. Think about it. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Ben Roethlisberger. Let's see. If Mike Vick doesn't get in that foolishness with them dogs, arguably Mike Vick, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys, their talent doesn't really dwindle even as the competition gets caught up to what they're doing.
Well, here's the thing, man. I think about that, right? Like what I can say about, Brady.
Right.
When Brady is protected and Brady ain't getting hit, he's very efficient, right?
He is.
And the same thing for what's my man? Manning, Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
right.
But Peyton Manning had to be protected.
Right. Because I mean, he can't run. I mean, and Tom could barely run. Both of them got left knees, right? So,
don't everybody got left knee?
No, they got two left knees. Both of them.
They both got left knee. Everybody got left knee.
I ain't never heard that one. I heard two left shoes.
Two left feet.
They got two left kneecaps. So I mean, thinking about those dudes, there, and when I say it doesn't dwindle like some of the others, is because they're protected in the pocket and they can do what they can do at a high level. You know what I mean? It's the ones that get hit and get injured who never return the same.
Right. I guess the way I'm thinking about it is like the great quarterbacks, no matter how you game plan for them, they're still great.
Right.
The really good ones, you can game plan for them. They're still tough to beat, but they don't really shut down the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to consider them, but they don't shut it down. Like Russell Wilson is that quarterback. Like, do you have to game plan for Russell Wilson anymore?
Yeah, Russell Wilson was pretty efficient this past season.
He was. Hold on. Listen, he was efficient.
He was in the running for MVP last year.
Yeah, come on, dude.
But who against who? Who was he MVP over?
Listen, until they had that sliding games on the second half of the season, he was the front runner for MVP.
He was the front runner for MVP, bro.
Clearly, I missed that. Clearly, I missed that.
Yeah, you did. You missed that.
Yeah.
Like he was the front runner, right? And then a big part of that was they had no O-line. And he did a lot of that on the front part of the season.
So there it is. O-line. All right, hold on. There it is. That's it right there. So Russell Wilson carried that team. So now I have to put him into that other category. He carried that team. What I'm asking you again is, do you feel like Collin Kaepernick, his talent would overshadow that? We've all said, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know that talent-wise. He is presenting enough of a reward for the risk that they see.
So
talent-wise,
no, absolutely not. Because
talent-wise, I know he deserves a shot to be a starter.
No question.
None.
Right.
No question.
Zero question.
No.
I just don't know that saying he needs to be a starter for the sake of being one. It's not an argument to me, though. And I feel like that's the argument that's being made.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it was a matter of him even trying to be a starter, though. Like, I think it was more so a matter of just him him having a chance to play and try out. Like, nobody guaranteed him a starting spot. It was more so him just given the opportunity to try to play and get on a team.
But I'm not picking up that level of drama for a second string quarterback.
Well, see, I mean, listen, I think at the time when he was trying to get back in the league, he could have been a starting quarterback.
He still can be a starting quarterback.
But that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, I mean, when you're going to be trying out, you're going to be trying out to compete
for the starting job.
Like, nobody's guaranteeing you the job, but at least you got the chance to compete for it, right?
Right. But how do you make an argument? Here's the argument. How do you make an argument that I'm not picking you up even to be a backup to Alex Smith? I'm not even going to take you to be a backup to Alex Smith.
Right.
Right. I'm not even doing that. How do you make that argument and say it's because of your talent? You can't make that argument and say it's because of your talent. Right. Then you have to admit, because of your off the field issues, which aren't really issues because he hasn't done anything criminal. All he's doing is highlighting an injustice. They then have to face the reality that there is a crooked and broke system, and they have to then acknowledge their blackballing. They have to do it then. So they're not going to do it, because if you're not willing to put him in as your starter, you're then going to take him in as a second string quarterback or lower, right? Nobody takes in that level of off the field spotlight for a second straight quarterback. Nobody's doing it.
So I don't know if we talked about this like on the show, right? Because I think when we started, a lot of that stuff had already happened, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
think about it, right? Okay, so people made the argument, that's his job, right?
Yeah.
And at your job, you shouldn't be protesting, right?
You
So
about to lose your job.
so think of yourself, like, so put yourself in a position as a business owner,
Mhm.
right? And you have an employee that begins to protest about something, right?
Right. Mhm.
And it turns off half of your customers. What would you do?
Again, it depends on what that employee is bringing to my company.
Yeah.
Are you bringing me in are you a team lead? Are you a
Okay.
captain? Are you a captain of this
Okay.
ship? Is there nobody that I can plug in behind you that's going to be able to do what you do and do it as well as you do it and still bring me revenue?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then on top of that, if I fire you, the people who are supporting you, are they going to cut into my money? Right? See, that's the thing. We have yet to, everybody says stop watching the NFL. Okay. I said this a long time ago. If we're going to stop watching the NFL, that means nothing. We got to boycott all of the people who pay the NFL. That's all of their corporate sponsors. That's the Coca-Colas. That's the Hyundais. That's all of these major corporate sponsors. We got to shut all them down too, because we have to let it be known. The reason why we're not supporting you is because you're still supporting the NFL, and we don't support the NFL because they're blackballing Colin Kaepernick, and that's garbage. But we never do that.
That's what you just said. Right. Well, I don't think a lot of people have ever put those pieces together.
We're such a reactionary people. It's like we want to go at the person who is making the guns instead of going at the person who's shooting you. You know what I'm saying? Shut down all the gun manufacturers. For what? They're not the ones that shooting us. Go at the people that shooting us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the impact is made. So I really feel like we have to look at it from I guess a bit more logical.
That's why you Huey P. Fig Newton should you should really you should really get into activism.